YouTube. No, it's not Suffolk Andy, but I'm here at a church. This is the private church of St Mary and St Hardulf at Breedon on the Hill in Leicestershire. I thought I'd just come up here and do a vlog on the Game of Fours video that seems to be doing the rounds. I've been nominated by wyvernbiker. So I've got 4 questions which I've got to give you 4 different answers for. But just before I do that vlog, I thought I'd just briefly show you some of the scenery up here. Now, this is the first time I've actually been here. I've often seen this church from Derby. You can see it from quite a distance. It sits right up on Breedon Hill itself, and I think one day I might actually come back and have a look inside. But I've been trying to do this vlog for about an hour, but unfortunately there was a wedding going on, so I've had to wait for that wedding to finish. I didn't want to kind of interrupt that. They were taking lots of photographs in this area, so I kind of stayed back and bided my time. But this beacon here, as you can see, has been lit, I think it's 4 times it says on here. It says the first lighting of this beacon was the Queen's Golden Jubilee in June 2002. And then it was lit again in 2005 for the 200th anniversary of the death of Admiral Lord Nelson. Again for the Queen's Diamond Jubilee in 2012, and finally for the 70th anniversary of VE Day on May 2015, which is Victory in Europe, which signified the end of the Second World War. But if I just go up here, not sure if I can get away with jumping up on this wall. Is anybody looking? No. Let me see if I can get up. Oh God! Oh my God! Right, you can see what a spectacular view you have from up here. I mean, apart from that bloody eyesore there, which is the quarry here at Breedon, but you can see for absolute miles and miles and miles. And I imagine on a really clear day you can see even further. Now, over there you can see a tower which is the shape of a thistle. I don't know if you can see that, but that's East Midlands Airport, which is where that aircraft there is just taken up from. What else can we see? I think that's Ratcliffe Power Station over there. What you can't quite see, which is over in that direction, is Derby, which is where I'm from. And like I said earlier, I can see this church from Derby, because it does stick out like a proverbial sore thumb, even though you probably agree it doesn't look like a sore thumb. It's quite a beautiful looking church. I'll just wait for that aircraft to go past and I'll continue. Oh. Right, I think it's about past, so I'll just find a spot and I'll do my questions. So I thought I'd do it slightly different. It's a bit difficult to read questions when you're riding your bike, so I thought I'd just come up here and do that. So let's have a look. So question number 1, my 4 favourite foods. Well, as some of you will know, I do like to organise fish and chip runs, so it has to be fish and chips, and it has to be fish and chips on newspaper with salt and vinegar. Lots and lots of salt and vinegar. I do love my fish and chips. Second favourite dish is spaghetti bolognese. I do like that. I quite often make that at home. It's one of my favourite dishes, and very simple to make. I also like lasagna, another pasta dish. I've actually just had some lasagna this week. I made a great big dish of it, and it lasted me for 4 days, and really enjoyed that. And my 4th favourite food, I would say, would have to be a full English breakfast. So that's bacon, sausage, egg, beans, hash browns, toast, etc., or mushrooms, the full works. So I do like full English. I'll just let this lady go past. She's rather tasty. Right, second question. 4 favourite drinks. Well, I'm not a big alcohol drinker. I would much prefer a cup of tea. Tea with 1 sugar, that's how I like it. Now, there is a big debate about how you should make tea. Now, for me personally, I make it the proper way. And that's tea bag and sugar in the mug first, followed by the hot water, and last of all is the milk. The reason why I like it that way, I think sometimes if you just put the milk in first, there's a danger of making the tea too milky. So I always put the milk in afterwards and last, but that's how I like it. So a cup of tea is my favourite drink. I also like a coffee. If I'm out and about and I go to a coffee shop or a cafe, I tend to have a latte. If I make a coffee at home, it tends to be, you know, this instant coffee, probably Nescafe is the one that I generally use. If I do happen to have an alcoholic drink, then my favourite alcoholic drink is Guinness. I never used to like Guinness. I used to hate it. And then when I got married, back in 2001 I think it was, we went to Ireland for our honeymoon, and I thought I'd try it. You know, you're in Ireland, why not? And I absolutely loved it, and I've drunk it ever since. So yep, Guinness is one of my favourite drinks. Fourth favourite drink, let me think. I've started drinking ginger beer, which isn't proper beer. It's non-alcoholic. But yeah, I've just I don't know why I've not had it before, but I went to the corner shop a few weeks ago, and I was after something else. I can't remember what it was now, and I just happened to see this bottle of ginger beer, and I thought, oh, you know what, I'll try it, and yeah, I really like it. It's really refreshing. It perks you up. It's an ideal drink for a beautiful summer afternoon. So yeah, they're my 4 favourite drinks. So what's the next question? 4 places you've been to. Right, okay. Well, I've been to the States. I went to the US about 4 years ago now. I did a 10-day tour. Flew to Los Angeles, and from there I went through Death Valley, did a tour of Death Valley, went up to Zion National Park in Utah, which was absolutely amazing. If you ever get the chance to go to Utah, go to Zion or Zion. I think that's how the Americans pronounce it, but absolutely amazing. I also went to the Grand Canyon. That was absolutely amazing. I did a little bit of the Route 66, which was fantastic. I'd love to do Route 66 on a motorcycle. That's one of my things to do on my bucket list, is Route 66 and hire a bike and do that. What else did I do? I went to Vegas. Vegas was just, well, you can't, unless you've been, you can't explain it really. It's like, for those of us that live in the UK, all I can say to you, it's like Blackpool on steroids. It's just absolutely amazing. And you know, what goes on in Vegas stays in Vegas is very true. And if you ever go to Vegas, you will see some sights. It's just one of those bizarre, amazing, fantastic places that I've ever been to. So yeah, so I've been to the States. Where else have I been? I've been to Ireland, of course. I went to Ireland for my honeymoon. And then of course I went to Ireland, when was it now? Was it last year? Yes, I think it was last year. I did a tour of the Wild Atlantic Way, which was absolutely amazing. I went with 4 amazing guys. That's 08 Ride, Metalhead 18241, Huggy Bryn at 39, and Mr. Missy Hughes, and I had the most amazing time touring the coast of Southern Ireland and also a little bit of Northern Ireland as well when we met XT Donkey. It was just fantastic. So if you ever get the opportunity to do a tour and you don't really want to go too far, I would wholly and heartedly recommend the Wild Atlantic Way in Ireland. It was a fantastic trip. So I think that's number 2. Where else have I been? Oh, I've been to the Canary Islands many times. They're one of the Balearic Spanish Isles just off the coast of Africa. Fantastic weather almost all year round. Where else have I been? Oh, I've been to many places in Europe, but one of my favourite places in Europe was Austria. I've never been to Austria in the winter when it's been snowing, but I went in the summer, and the scenery in Austria in the mountains. I went to the Tyrol area of Austria, and the scenery was absolutely stunning. I did a lot of trekking, a lot of hiking up some of the mountains, and it was one of the best holidays I've ever had. It's absolutely fantastic. So yeah, I think that's my 4 places. What else have I got? Oh, 4 names I've been called. Well, obviously my name is Keith. Obviously I get called that quite a bit because obviously that is my name. Other names I get called, well, I get called wyvernbiker, of course, because this is obviously my channel name, and so people do call me wyvernbiker. Other names I've been called, I used to have a nickname many years ago called Lowry. Now, those of you might know that Lowry was a painter, and he used to paint pictures of matchstick cats and matchstick men and women, etc. And I was very thin in my early days, and I seemed to get the nickname of Lowry with reference to how thin and tall and skinny I was. So I've been called Lowry. What else have I been called? Oh, my girlfriend, she always calls me Hun. So when she sends me a text message, it's "Hi Hun, how are you?" which is quite nice. So yeah, I think that's my four names, and I think that is my 4 questions. I can't think of any others that I've missed. So yeah, so all I need to do now, guys, is nominate 4 other vloggers. So I had a good think about this, and I'm going to do it slightly different in that I'm going to nominate, some of the vloggers I'm going to nominate are ones that perhaps don't do many vlogs, or have certainly commented a lot of my videos and it doesn't go unnoticed, and a couple of others that I've thought of. So the first one I'm going to nominate, and I wasn't sure whether this vlog had actually been nominated before, but I did notice a comment on Bandit Nev's video, and he asked this vlogger the same question and he wasn't sure. So O2 Big Kev, I'm going to nominate you for this one, mate. I'll be really interested to hear your answers to your 4 questions. The second vlog I'd like to nominate is the Highwayman. So come on Wayne, you've only done 1 vlog in the past, it's about time you did another one, so let this one be your second vlog. So it'll be good to see a vlog from you, mate. The third vlog I'd like to nominate is Shoni Maloney. Now Shoni Maloney is a vlogger who always likes every video that I post, and I always notice that he does so, and also it shows up on my Twitter feed. So thank you very much, Shoni Maloney. It doesn't go unnoticed like I've already mentioned, so I'd like to nominate you, mate. So it'd be good to hear your 4 answers to these questions. And last but not least, I'd like to nominate a South African vlogger by the name of Martin Rides OL. So there you go, Martin. I'd certainly like to hear your thoughts on your 4 questions. So there you go, guys, that's about it. So as always, ride safe, and I'll catch you next time. I've just had a lovely time at Stanton. Spent a fantastic couple of hours.